Hi everyone, how are you today? Good? Bad? Tired? Okay, welcome to our English class, okay? For today, our topic is embedded question. First, what is embedded question or indirect question? Okay, embedded question or indirect question is a question in a sentence, okay? Now, second, how do you make an embedded question? You have to add an introduction before the question and the words order change like a sentence, okay? Cuando nosotros queremos hacer una pregunta indirecta, tenemos que añadir una introducción antes de la pregunta. Y segundo, el orden de las palabras va a cambiar, okay? And let's practice, okay? Where is the toilet? This is a regular question or normal question. But if I want to change this question in indirect question, I have to add an introduction. The introduction can be affirmative, negative, or question. Okay? In this case, I use a introduction question. Can you tell me is an introduction question, and I have to use the same words that are in the question, but like a sentence. Okay, could you tell me my introduction? Then the question, for example, you have to use the same. Where in this case you have to put like a sentence, subject, verb, and complement. Okay, now you have to put is a subject? No. The toilet is a subject? Yes, very good. And you have to write where the toilet is. Okay, in the final you have to write or you have to put the question mark because we are using an introduction question. Can you tell me? If you use an introduction question, you have to put the question mark in the final. Okay? Entonces, para convertir una pregunta normal en una pregunta indirecta o embedded question, tenemos que escribir la introducción. Podría ser positiva, negativa y pregunta. ¿Okay? En este caso ocupamos la introducción de pregunta, por esa razón ponemos al final el signo de pregunta. Ok, primer aspecto. Segundo, la oración que tenemos aquí, la pregunta que tenemos aquí, las mismas palabras vamos a usar para hacerle la pregunta indirecta. Entonces, la WH question, where. Pero después que usted utilizó la WH question, usted tiene que escribir lo mismo, pero como la estructura de una oración. Sujeto, verbo y complemento. En este caso, the toilet, sujeto, el verbo is, y en este caso no tenemos complemento y se termina ahí. ¿Ok? Recuerde, lo que esté en pregunta pasamos a como una oración usando al inicio, antes de la oración, antes de la pregunta, la introducción. Okay, cualquier introducción que usted desee. Okay, let's practice with the second. The question: when will we get there? This question is in future. Why? Because this question has will. Will is the auxiliary for the future. Simple. Okay, and in this case, do you know is the introduction. In this case, introduction question. Do you know? And you have to write the same question, but like a sentence. How? Do you know where the subject? Will is a subject? No, will is auxiliary. Okay, in this case, we is a subject? Yes, very good. where you have to put the auxiliary will and the verb get and the complement there. In this case, I have to write or I have to put the question mark. Why? Because we are using the introduction question. Do you know? Okay? Let's practice with this. What time is the train leaving? This question you have to change in indirect question. How? You have to add an introduction question before the question. Okay. Could you tell me no? This is an introduction question. Now I have to write a question. The same. What time is the train leaving? The WH question. What? And you have to write the subject. Okay. In this case, is a subject? No. The train is a subject? Yes, very good. What? The subject, the train. And you have to write a verb. In this case, is the verb to be. You have to write is. The train is, and you have to write the same. Leaving. Leaving. Okay? And this is all. And you have to write a question mark because the introduction question, when you use an introduction question, you have to put a question mark. Okay? Let's practice with that. How much money does he earn? In this case, this normal question is in present. In this case, you have to use first an introduction, then the same question like a sentence, la misma pregunta pero como una oración. Okay? In present simple, you use does, auxiliary does for the third person, he, she, and it. Okay? Only in question and negative sentence. Okay? But in this case, you have to use does. But when you make a sentence in present perfect, in present simple, you have to put the s in the verb in the third person, he, she, and it. In this case, do you know how? The same. Much money. Do you know how much money? In this case, the subject, he, earn. But you have to put s because in the third person you have to put s in the verb. Okay? And the final you have to put the question mark because we are using do you know. And do you know is an introduction question. Okay? In this case, is there any more cake? Okay, the introduction question can I ask you? Okay, is an introduction question. Now, I have to write the same but like a sentence. In this case, there is, and you have to write the same. Any more cake? And the question mark. And that is all. Okay. Because in this case, you have to put the question mark because we are using the introduction question. Okay. Let's start now with introduction affirmatives and negatives. Okay. It's the same. Where is the toilet? Where is the toilet is a regular question and normal question. Okay, now I want to change in indirect question or embedded question. How? First, I have to add an introduction. In this case, add. Okay, yeah. Then you have to write the same question, but like a sentence. How? I know where the question mark, the subject, the toilet is. Okay. In this case, I don't have to write the question mark. Why? Because I am using an affirmative introduction. Okay. En este caso no ponemos la question mark, el signo de pregunta al final. ¿Por qué? Porque no estamos usando una introducción de pregunta, sino una introducción de afirmativa. Cuando ocupamos afirmativa o negativa, no se pone signo de pregunta al final. ¿Ok? Solo se pone la introducción, sea positiva o negativa, se usa las mismas palabras de la pregunta, pero en forma de oración. ¿Ok? Let's practice with number 2. When will we get there? Okay, this question is in future. Okay, because the question has will, and will is the auxiliary for the future. Okay. Okay, I change. I don't know is an introduction negative. Okay, don't. I don't know, and you have to write the same question, but like a sentence. The same. The question mark, the WH question, when the subject, we. In this case, the auxiliary of the future will, and the verb get, and the complement there. Okay, I don't know when we will get there. In this case, I don't have to write the question mark. Okay, let's start with this. What time is the train leaving? Is the same. In this case, I use I wonder. This is an affirmative introduction. Okay, and you have to write the same. Okay, the same question like a sentence. La misma oración como la misma pregunta como oración. I wonder what time. And you have to write the subject. The train is leaving. Okay? And you don't have to write the question mark. Okay? Let's start with this. How much money does he earn? Is the same. I don't remember. In this case, a negative introduction, and then you have to write the same, but like a sentence. How much money and the subject, he, il, earn. But in this case, you have to put the S in the verb because in present simple, in the third person, he, she, and it, you have to put S in the verb. Okay, he earns. Okay, and you don't have to write a question mark because I don't remember isn't an introduction question. Okay, Okay, let's start with this. Is there any cakes? Any more cakes? This is a regular question or normal question, okay? Now, I want to change in indirect question or embedded question. How? First, I have to write an introduction, okay? In this case, my introduction can I ask you? Okay, in this case, is a introduction question, but I want to use a positive or affirmative introduction. I wonder, and you have to write the same like a sentence. Tenemos que escribir lo mismo de la pregunta, pero como una oración. There is any more cake? Okay, I wonder there is any more cake, and you don't have to write the question mark. Okay, no tenemos que escribir la question mark o el signo de pregunta porque estamos usando una introducción afirmativa o positiva. Okay, and this is all. This is all for our class, my dear student. Okay, your homework for this class is you have to do 4 sentences about this. Okay, tu deber es realizar 4 oraciones, 4 preguntas indirectas. Yo le voy a dar cuáles preguntas va a hacer y usted lo tiene que cambiar. Okay, this is all for our class, my dear student. Bye bye. Take care. See you later.